Let's start with some good news for DC residents. A new list from rent.com ranks DC as the 5th best city for young professionals in the country. The site looks at factors like demographics, recreation, economics, and rent-to-income ratios. DC scored high marks for the number of opportunities it offers, networking, and the city's nightlife.
Whether you've lived in the district all of your life or you've only just moved here, you can likely recognize the city's appeal to the younger generation. And now it's just been reaffirmed that it truly is a great place for young people to get serious about their careers. A new list put together by rent.com ranks the district in the top 10 list for best cities for young professionals in the country.
Now notice I didn't say debt to income ratios. You still need money to live here and not be stressed out. I did see networking, which is absolutely a DC thing. Any conversation with a new person here will always end up at, so what do? You know it is. You know it's coming. It's the most DC question ever. The key is to not make it obvious that you have lost interest in talking to that person once you learn there's absolutely nothing either one of you can do for each other's careers. All you could ever have in common is a meaningful friendship, which is disgusting. Congratulations, young professionals of DC. The city needed this win coming out of the pandemic. I wonder if we could use this win towards the playoffs. Now, I chose this next story because I like history and conspiracy theories. The National Archives just released nearly 1,500 documents related to the U.S. government's investigation into the 1963 assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Do Martin Luther King Jr. next, then Fred Hampton, then Malcolm X. Yeah, I will gladly read all of those pages. Now, there's no indication that the records contain any new revelations about the assassination. Basically, a 58-year-old spoiler alert. We already know the ending. Now, the government needs to open other classified files about assassinations. Keeping things classified is just fuel for conspiracy theorists, whether alt-right or Hotep. Regardless of which side of the aisle you're on, the lack of facts give them reasons to open their mind's eyes and make things up to fill in those blanks, and disgusting things fill in those blanks. And finally, I chose this next story because I love McDonald's and I love messiness. Former McDonald's CEO Steve Easterbrook paid back more than $105 million in equity awards and cash after the company learned he lied about the extent of his misconduct. An investigation found Easterbrook had at least 3 sexual relationships with employees, and he sent naked or explicit photographs and videos of different women, including some McDonald's employees, from his work email to his personal email. He took the slogan, "I'm loving it," literally. Ronald McDonald didn't dress up like a clown so the CEO could act like one. The first rule in any office is never put anything in your work email you don't want the company to see. How did he make it to the top of the corporate food chain without knowing that? Come on. The second rule is you know what, where you eat. Does he not know that rich people can meet women anywhere? Work is literally the worst place to do that. Side note, I did meet my wife at work, but I'm not running a Fortune 500 company. Also, I ain't rich. Now, this was an expensive lesson in arrogance that cost Easterbrook $105 million. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. He could have set up a Tinder profile for free, which I'm sure would have been disgusting. By the way, my favorite story of the day, CEO McPimpin. He has less self-control than me stopping at McDonald's during my diet.